Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at a life-changing message that is meant to reach you right now. To do this reading, you can either pick your piles using your zodiac signs. If this is your preferred method, you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box, or you can of course pick your piles using your intuition. To do that, you can pick the Hermit card on top of each deck that you're the most drawn to, or you can pick your piles using your crystals. If this is your preferred method, let me introduce your crystals to you. For pile number 1, you've got the Sunset Labradorite. I hope it's picking up on camera. For pile number 2, you've got the green Aventurine. And for pile number 3, you've got the Bloodstone. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. As I always encourage you, in case you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. It is your guiding light that will take you to the messages that you're meant to hear today. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. Please note that in a moment I will be assigning different zodiac signs to each pile. And so if this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, then my dear soul family, as you know, this part of the introduction was created specifically for you guys. And after shuffling your signs, I will be drawing out 4 signs for each pile. Okay. I think we are pretty much ready. Ooh, thanks. We've got Scorpio in pile number 3. Let's now draw out the first 4 signs for pile number 1. The signs are Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, as well as Gemini. The signs for pile number 2 are Virgo, Libra, Leo, as well as Pisces. And the signs for pile number 3 are Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aquarius, as well as Taurus. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. If you prefer to pick your piles using other placements in your chart, please feel free to do that your way, and the way you resonate with picking the piles at the moment is the right way for you. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at a life-changing message that is meant to reach you right now. These are the decks that I'll be using. You will find that I always list them down in the description box for you guys in case you want to know their names. And very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Sunset Labradorite. This is the deck that we will be using in your reading today. Some of you have picked it through the Hermit card. And of course, if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, and Gemini. Welcome to your reading, guys. Let's check out what is your life-changing message that is meant to reach you right now. If these are not your zodiac signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Follow your intuition always. And if after the reading you felt called to watching the pile with your zodiac sign, you can always do that. Okay, so I think all of your cards are ready now. Shuffled. Let's take a look at your oracle cards first. So you've got pause. There we go. It does look like a sunset, right? Right under your sunset Labradorite, and the Labradorite changes reflection in such a beautiful way. So I feel like there's a strong message here for sure. And perhaps when I said forever, that was channeled actually. So I'll keep that in mind as well. So you've got mask. And some of the keywords here are alter ego, disguise, toy mask, costume party, masked hero, masked ball, deceit, highwayman, theater, fake ID, special effects, undercover, Halloween, occult. Let's find out more. Look, something about the sunset in your reading. The red sun, the sunset. So all according to plan. I love this for you. Okay. Whoa. And you've got love. I love your cards. They're so soothing, aren't they? I don't know what the mask is saying. I think we'll find out as we take a look at your tarot cards. Interesting how they came out for you today. So you've got, whoa, right off the gate, you've got the 10 of Pentacles. Wow, very positive cards. Very. Let's see the rest. You've got the World card. Yeah, you see the sunset? Some old chapter is ending. This is the deer or the elk from the Fool card in this deck. And so it really shows that you're ending one chapter of your life and you're starting a new one. That's very clear. So you've got the 3 of challenges. That's the 3 of swords. You've got the 7 of swords. The 2 of wands with the 2 of spells. Very interesting. You've got the child of spells. That's the page of wands. And I feel like this is moving, so let's take it. You've got the seeker of challenges. That is the knight of swords. Look at that. It almost feels like this little boy grew into being a strong knight that is not afraid anymore, because the seeker of challenges, this is someone who's saying bring it on, you know. Oh, another card is out. Let's check it out. We can place it here. How about that? Beginning and end. You've got the 3 of spells. That's the 3 of wands. And interesting that you're drawn to the deck which has a lot of spells in it. So let me tell you right off the bat what I see as your life-changing message is, and then we'll further explore it together. Just the way a rainbow comes after a terrible weather, I do see with the Ten of Pentacles, in conjunction to the cards we see here, is that just like the rainbow, you're getting a lot of abundance with the Ten of Pentacles as this old chapter closes, the bad weather, let's call it. Bad weather of feeling a lot of challenges, of crying perhaps due to a lot of people, crying due to betrayal, crying due to pains that you've gone through in your life. You can see with the Seven of Swords, a lot of unfair things have happened to you. Maybe you've gotten a lot of things taken from you unfairly. And you know, with the foxes, it could be like your work taking things unfairly from you. You could be dealing with people who think they're smart in your personal life, who are also have been taking valuable things from you. And you can see that you've really gone through it, my dear pile number one, with the Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords. You've been dealing with malicious, tricky people who lie, betray, hurt. You've gone through a lot. And I feel like there's something about with the Two of Spells and how we see the Child of Spells into the Seeker of Challenges. I see you are moving from a phase of, I don't just want to say naivety with the Page of Wands, from being, and I say this with utmost heart, with docile energy, not because this is who you are, but coming from innocent energy, believing perhaps in the goodness of the world. Like to you, it was collaboration, cooperation, but here you've learned very well that maybe the people around you, or whatever the situation wasn't collab. So it's not, I think I want to correct myself. It is how you were seen rather than who you are. And you've learned with the Seeker of Challenges to understand life. You've now gone stronger. You are well armored. You understand what the different situations and the different people could do. You're no longer naive, because that is the same figure from the Fool card in this deck in the World card. You're ready for the wild world, the wide world. You're ready for the wild world. You've understand, you've grown, you've built thicker skin, and you're mentally stronger than before. Internally, you're still that sweet, magical child. Look at all the spells here. I would say you might have been seen as docile, but you could be much more mature than the people around you. And so that's the situation. Dealing with people in civility, in a wild environment, could be seen as that, but it's not really that. Civility is misunderstood in the wrong environment. And so you really, on the inside, you're still that civilized, beautiful soul, beautiful person. You did not lose that part of you. Because, see, there's something about identity here. That's why I keep talking about that. And there's something about you on the inside being the same beautiful person, but on the outside, you've learned to build thicker skin, stronger mindset, and you have better balance now. And it seems like this is changing into rainbow, because this was a journey all about the heart. It was a soul journey. And I feel like things are now energetically moving. You're starting a new chapter of confidence, because I feel like the energy around you is changing because you have learned your balance. Maybe it was a pause in the universe and in your soul journey for you to grow as a person, to heal, to transcend. And I feel like you have already gone through that chapter. You look back in retrospect and realize just how much you've grown, how much you can deal with these foxes, so to speak, with these people, with these situations. And the caravan here shows that it was just temporary, just like the raining weather. In this next chapter of your life, it is very abundant with the Ten of Pentacles. It's very beautiful. So much so, just like the rainbow, people will stop and marvel at your life, and marvel at who you've become, and marvel at the abundance that is coming in your life. It will feel with all of the spells here like it was magical. I feel with all according to plan that this was all planned for you for two things. For you to change, it's important for you in this lifetime to understand this environment. Maybe it is part of your soul journey, as you can see. And this chapter is also, like the one you're closing, is also the very reason you are getting into the new bright chapter that is beginning in your life. Now, this chapter has already begun energetically. You will start to feel its shift and effect when you start deciding to deviate from the old energy and attune to the new energy. And so this is saying you are invited to stop, smell the roses, start vibrating with love, start vibrating in abundance, and you shall see it, because that energy has already begun in your life. It's about opening your eyes and experiencing it. You will be able to see it right now when you decide to, you yourself, let go of that old energy. Like, don't go back to it. Don't think about the people who hurt you in the past. Don't make a closure. Don't think about the difficulties. Close that chapter in your mind and start thinking of how you are in love with your world, how every little minute feels good. In fact, I would say a good idea to apply this energy, to pause and smell the roses and vibrate love, is to start a gratitude journal. Maybe you want to wake up, sunrise, maybe towards the end of your day, sunset I mean, towards the end of your day, after all said and done, maybe right before dinner, you are invited to sit down for 5 minutes, open your gratitude journal that you've created for this liminal time of your life as you're moving from this old chapter to the new one, and start smelling the roses, pausing and smelling the roses, writing down, today I felt good. That's how you release that old identity that needs to fall, because you've become a new person now. So you write down, and they're gonna work like spells, by the way, for you. So today I'm so grateful for my colleague who decided to make me a nice hot cup of tea with her as she was making hers. That felt so nice in the morning. Another thing, I saw this kid running and saying a joke to her mom and laughing in the morning. That really made me feel so good in the morning. I'm so grateful that I found a seat in my commute to work this morning. I'm so grateful that I found the ingredients to the meal I was planning to make. You get the point. To write down all the little things that really made you happy on that day. And taking that time to write it down will really help you vibrate with love, gratitude. And interestingly, it is allowing you, as you are guided here, because this is life-changing advice, and if you do follow it, you do get into that new chapter right away. It allows you to drop that old identity now and old pains, and it will really help you. Take the time to do this. I might pull a card, and another one fell out. Let's see the amount of time you're guided. Perhaps just checking. 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles is take your time. So it's not about time. 7 of Pentacles is as long as it takes. 1 minute, 10 minutes, 15. Be patient with this exercise and ensure that you take the time to write all of the things that you need down. And you don't understand how this will very quickly connect you to that new chapter. It will work like spells for you. It will work like magic. And that's how you move your balance with the Two of Wands from one energy of that old chapter to the new energy of your new chapter. You will not believe the type of magic you will see in your life and how things are going to move quickly for you with the Three of Wands if you apply the advice that is life-changing for you at this phase of your life. Okay, so we've got cards here. Let's check out the rest of your cards. So you've got the Emperor, the Forest Lord. Wow, you've got the Ace of Spells. You're growing and your powers are growing. And your magic with it is growing. I want to tell you something here I just noticed. Do note, see, you've got the Emperor, you've got a dragon and the Ace of Wands, that the stronger you become and the more powerful you become, not with like people, and how you handle yourself in the situations that you go through, the more magic, abundance, and manifestation you will be able to apply in your life. That is another life-changing advice that your guides want to give you today. Do know that the more you are in, like, you don't give in. There's a difference between, of course, I'm sure you know, crying and releasing it. So don't suppress, because that will not make you stronger in the long run. But to decide to face things head on, to decide to not back away and to not get out of your comfort zone, to not get stronger. The more you decide to face things, the more magic, abundance, and manifestation is going to happen in your life in this pile. And you've already gone through that, I do see. You already know what that means with the Page of Wands going on to the Knight of Swords. That's fortitude, mental fortitude. So that's nothing foreign to you. You are shown as someone who has already access to that energy and understands what this is very well. It's now time to understand the power of love. This gives you much more strength than what you already have now. Attuning to love and gratitude and feeling good in the moment will help you heal a lot and will help you become invincible. And like I told you, as you can see here, the more you are in tune with that type of power and strength, the faster, if you want fast, the faster your life is going to change to extreme abundance, because the tens in tarot are an extreme of an energy. And so 10 of Pentacles is like more than what you can imagine, manifesting things that didn't even cross your mind, to feel happy and fulfilled in life more than you can ever imagine. And that's why it's associated with generational wealth sometimes, because it's like more than you need, more than what will come around. Is that what it's called? More than what comes around. So much so that the excess can be passed on from one generation to the next and to the next and to the next. So you can now imagine with me what 10 of Pentacles means. And it's associated with your strength. The more you are in tune with your strength and you decide to face situations when you're like, oh, that's outside my comfort zone, I'd rather feel comfortable, go, I better get out. I better face this. Because the more you practice that energy, as well as the energy of enjoying the moment, the stronger you become and the more you manifest more than you can imagine. You have no idea how your life is going to change from now until forever. If you decide to attune to that, moving from one energy to the other. And so you've gained strength before. Perhaps it was harder, but that's momentum. I feel like you had to work hard from a difficult place, moving from the Page of Wands to the Knight of Swords, to create that mental fortitude first. Now it's much easier because you've built the foundation, and more gratitude, more love releases sadness, releases the past, releases the trauma, releases the whatever happened here, and less escapism, more facing situations. Both these two now will change your life. Okay, let's check out the two cards here. So you've got the Weaver of Challenges. That is the Queen of Swords. Look, now you move from the Knight of Swords to a much bigger step. And that's the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is someone who is unaffected. Yes, Knight of Swords is someone who's got mental fortitude, but has not reached his balance yet. Because the Knight of Swords is someone who cannot move from one idea to another easily. So believes in one thing and just puts all of his strength to move towards that. And that shows that there's still darkness, there's still imbalance. It's like strength, but it's not coming from a healed place. You can see that this knight is a little bit affected, but is trying to build strength. And that's why there is this nothing is standing in my way, I won't change my beliefs kind of energy, which is great for a stage. Queen of Swords, however, is a queen that is not affected by emotions, and thus is able to weigh things out in her head. Does this deserve a fight? Does this deserve all of this energy? I don't feel anything anyways. Or I can take that bold step because I'm not affected, and I can take it calmly. And so you can see balance of mind. The ability to do what you want when you need to do it. Whenever it's needed, you'll be able to do it. So you can see, excuse me, a level up to what you've already done. There's something about how the more you drop this mask, it's the ego mask that could have been protecting you. The more you drop that mask, the more you get attuned to your power. And you drop that mask through the two guidance that you have been seeing. They're the easiest way you can drop the old mask, because you become a new person and you won't need that mask anymore, that ego from the shadow. And here you've got the Strength card. Do you see? Strength card. You've built strength here. You're going to build so much strength. And that is exactly the maturity we have been seeing here. And now, with the Strength card, you see how this person is so strong, is able to deal with a huge wolf like that, where you see, perhaps even with the very situations that used to hurt you in the past, and is not doing it through fighting. Is doing it with a lot of grace. That is finding your strength. Being able to face the same challenges that you've once faced before without the pain, without the hurt, or without having to, stand strong although you're not feeling good. No. Now, as you attune to these two energies, you'll be able to face not just these little things, much bigger situations, much tougher people, tougher work, whatever this was, in such a graceful and calm way. Because now you possess true strength. And this is why it's very important that you drop this ego mask, find your real self, who you really are, and this shall be achieved by facing head on, as mentioned, and gratitude. Okay, so you've got two more cards here. Let's check them out together. You've got the Huntsman. That's the Justice card. Interesting. And you've got the Liar with the Devil card. How interesting. You see, the Huntsman in this deck, the Justice card, is able to bring justice to, you know, the cute little animals in the forest. Is able to protect them, bring their rights back. Is using their strength to bring justice. And you see the liar here? There is something about your story of being hurt from liars, you see? Foxes, liars. The Seven of Swords, liars. There's something about either liars or dealing with extreme unfair situations. And I see, first of all, before we get into the guidance, I see that you will be able to not just get your rights in the future, but you will be such a beautiful heart. Remember when I told you that beautiful soul is there? And you will use that power to bring the rights to those who need you from these very people or these very situations. And so this is the phase of your life where you're learning to deal with these liars or with this injustice head on now with strength, because you're ready for that. To first prove to yourself that no situation can hurt you, no liars, no cheaters, no stealers can ever take anything from you. And that nobody's coming to save you, that you will be the one saving yourself, and also in the future, you will be the one saving others around you. And maybe you will be able to... Is this changing your environment? Because that's the card of balance. Oh, thanks. Or is this just simply you helping others? The Three of Pentacles, this is collaboration. You being able to help others. And that's obviously very important. You've got the Raven here writing messages, writing spells. Because you and your environment, as something about when the right people come together and work and collaborate together in the area of justice, in the area of doing the right thing, you build power, forever protecting you, or maybe even eliminating you from the liars. Because at the end of the day, the Devil card is a card of illusion. They only get this strength, or this situation only gets this strength when people allow it to happen. And so collaborating in that way will never allow people like this or situations like this to hurt others again. So I do foresee a huge collaboration happening with the right people in the future, where you're even leading here, creating a lot of magic together, which will be a great protection from liars like that. So that's to come. But for this to happen, you are required to find your strength, which you definitely will. You're, my dear pile number one, whatever the situation is, you are truly on the verge of change. You can see it here in your cards. You are on the verge of dropping an old mask and doing it effortlessly. So whether this is your work, this is your community, maybe even family for some of you, or a bad situation, bad landlord, whatever this is, you are now, through this whole thing, finding your balance, finding your power. The more you face situations like that, the more you realize what a dragon you are, the calmer you become, and the more balanced you become, and the easier you deal with the situation. Much, much easier than before. And so it will become so easy that you will be dealing with these liars, so to speak, very easily. And with it, you will be encouraging others to gather around you and do the same. First of all, protected by your fiercelessness, but also loving that energy, loving that collaboration, of releasing the grasp of these liars and finding their own power. And my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see in your reading as your life-changing message that is meant to reach you right now. I wish you the best of luck in this time of great change for you. And it has already started. Attune to that energy. And my dear pile number 1, sending you so much love. If you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Sending you peace, comfort, love, and great luck. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Ooh, this one moved. Let's take it. Today we're... Ooh, this one moved as well. So today we're taking a look at a life-changing message that is meant to reach you right now. These are the decks that I'll be using. And if you're interested to know the names of any of them, I always list them down in the description box for you guys. All right. So very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful green Aventurine. Some of you have picked this pile that we will be using in your reading today, using the Hermit card up top. And of course, if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Virgo, Libra, Leo, and Pisces. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your zodiac signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Follow your intuition. And if after the reading you felt called to watching the pile with your zodiac sign, you can always do that. Okay, so let's start out by checking your oracle cards first. Interesting card to begin your reading. So you've got writer. Perhaps some of you are writers. Very specific, but it's there. And some of the keywords are interview, short story, editor, slush, pile, library, bestseller, plot, writer's block, research, publishing, deal, typewriter, and so on. Computer, book, review, idea, novel. You get the idea. First draft. You also have criminal. So here we've got some of the keywords are repeat offender, convict, on the run, hitman, white collar crime, trial, prison, killer, organized crime, defense attorney, and so on. Plea bargain. Wouldn't it be so cool if some of you are writers and you're writing like a fiction story about a criminal or something? That must be super specific for you guys. All right, let's continue. So you've got kindness with a dragon and a rabbit. And that's the same card that popped up in pile number 1. That's love. And if you're drawn to pile number 1, I highly recommend it. You've got fresh start. Ooh. Okay. There's something about love and fresh start in the piles today. You've like pile number 1 had fresh, like a start. They've had a sunset and they've had love. So yeah, I highly recommend pile number 1 for you if you feel drawn to it, of course. And you've got flying high. Wow. I'm getting this idea that if you're really working hard on something now, there's a new start, a kind start that you will love, that will take you up high places you've never been before. I don't know what the life-changing message is. I keep saying life-changing method. I don't know why. But anyways, yeah, if you're like working on something, you're gonna really go up high. I don't know what the life-changing message is yet, but it seems to be a strong message here. Okay, so let's take a look at your tarot cards. We'll start with these. You've got the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Wands. See, Three of Pentacles is working on something. Three of Wands is launching. Are you trying to launch something? I don't know. Let's see. You've got the Seven of Swords. You've got the Death card. You're saving something. Did something go wrong? Criminal, did someone steal your work or effort? Because that's the card of stealing here with the Seven of Swords. Perhaps, and here there is a huge transformation from a toxic situation. Okay, let's follow the cards and see where they take us. Just felt drawn to these. Thought I should take them for later. And you've got the Hierophant. It's kind of like hoarding some cards for this pile. Okay. The Hierophant. Are you a writer? Someone here is a writer. Anyways, I'll stop obsessing about this, but it's very clear. Or you're working on something for sure. And you've got the Nine of Cups. Let's pause with the first row as we always usually do and see what the message is. Cold environment, toxicity. But this one is clean, however. This one's dirty from the oil spillage. And so cleaning, fresh start. There's something that you are working hard on and you're guided to, like, if things got so complicated in whatever you're working on and it got so toxic and you're at a point where you genuinely don't know what to do, do know that the more you continue in this toxic situation, the more it will be robbing from you. This could be like a bad habit. This could be working with specific people, working in a project with bad people, one that you can like leave. It could be you've already started working on something and it's just went awry and you don't know what to do. Here, I'm just going to trust the cards because I don't know what's going on in your life and say that you're being guided to start anew. It's much better for you to start anew, although it could seem like you're really going back many steps behind, but it's life-changing because if you do start anew, now that you've understand how tricky this situation is with the Seven of Swords, you've understood more about it, you will be able to launch high or fly high this time when you do start anew. And that's what you can see here with the Three of Pentacles in conjunction with the Three of Wands. Working again, fresh start will help you launch high. Three of Wands is launching up high. It's the same with flying high. I see that your message is spiritually something pertaining to the energy of the situation has become very toxic. It's better that you clean your hands from it. It's better that you leave it. because it's making things, at least energetically, very difficult, and you're being glued to it without realizing every single day. And so if this is like your job and you can see other opportunities that could be your guidance, if this is a project with someone, maybe it's getting too tricky, too complicated, you're guided to like leave them. Yeah, it's better to leave. And although you might be thinking, oh, but it's taken so much time. That's too much time that's stolen from what I'm doing. Really, it's much better for you, because you will move much quicker if you lose this and end with the death card, this toxic environment. In fact, if you start anew, if you start fresh, you can see with the 9 of Cups, your dream will come true. It's a wish fulfillment card. And so your reading is saying it could be hard to believe, but it's time to settle and let the old be in the past. Let it go. Let this disruptive energy to the past, because it's very destructive. You're not going to have any delays. Start fresh, start clean, start a new plan for your life, start working again, because you will be very surprised at how high you go and how kind this energy is going to be on you as you begin anew. It's going to be so kind that a specific dream that you have is coming true. Let's explore this dream. Wow, Queen of Swords. I'm seeing it has to do with your career for a lot of you, writer, but it doesn't have to be, you know? But for most of you here, it has to do with your career. And I do see that you will be fulfilled, because the Queen of Swords is reputable. She is known for her honesty. She's known for how good she is at making things done, the Queen of Swords. She's known as trustworthy, and she's known as very powerful, unaffected. She gets things done. And so this talks about you being accomplished. The Queen of Swords is going to places, or already has gone places. And so at this stage of your life, this is life-changing, because you might not be seeing things energetically or spiritually. It's a good trait to have, to keep sticking to something or trying to go through it, or maybe you're trying to cope through it. But really, this is the time where you will be surprised at how on the run, if you run from this situation, actually totally run from it, start anew, how it's going to be helping you achieve what you want. So yeah, I would say start anew, and this will change everything in your life. This new energy, as opposed to the old one, will really be treating you very kindly. So free yourself with the Ace of Swords. Take yourself out of this. You've got the 9 of Swords. There is something about threats that could scare you here with the 9 of Swords. I feel like your cards are saying these are just loud noises. I don't, again, know what the situation is. I'm just trusting the cards, but you have criminal, you've got toxicity, you've got liars here, you've got people who steal. So if you're dealing with some people who could threaten you if you leave, I'm seeing your guidance is these are just threats. This mer woman can only do loud noises. She can never reach up high, and that's what the guidebook talks about when it explains this imagery to us. So I'm seeing the idea of don't listen to their loud threats. Don't listen. Maybe these are the voices in your head, like they're telling you, no, if we start from the beginning, we won't be able to get ideas, we won't be able to do the same thing. Whether these are your own voices or these are threats that others are trying to scare you with, I'm seeing that your guidance here is cut yourself free, move, because you'll be moving up high. They will not be able to reach you. Don't worry about their loud noises. They can't do anything. And you've got the Two of Swords talking about how you're guided to face them, face your fears. You see where it's falling with these tricky people or tricky situation. It is talking about fully facing your fears head on. The Two of Swords is a card of faith. Have faith and face your fears head on. Free yourself. Take yourself out of the situation. Even if you're afraid, face it and have faith as you face it. This is the guidance that you're meant to hear that will really change everything in your life these days. You've got the Justice card. I keep getting that sword. Hold that sword. All right. And this looks like a brain, doesn't it? Like, is it weigh things out well, especially legally? And you've got the Six of Wands, which is the card of victory. It's the card of success. You can see that on the other side of this is great success, accomplishment, and strength. And you are just guided to find your balance to get to the other side. That is done with a lot of calculation, a lot of thinking, but things will come in balance the minute you decide to take yourself out of this toxic environment. It's only that phase as you take yourself out of it and start anew that needs this balance from you, especially mental balance, especially that there are a lot of noises that are scaring you. And your reading today is life-changing because it wants to let you know that these are just empty threats, whether they're in your mind or other people. They're not going to be able to do anything. Have faith and face them. And this shall get you justice. You'll be able to win this situation as you face them, and you'll find your strength and you'll start moving up high. Now, if this is not people, and let's say you're working on something and you're afraid to start anew, it's like have faith. Don't listen to the noise in your mind. Have faith, face it, start writing or start working on this from the beginning. Think well about it and you shall succeed and accomplish something that you will love even more than what it is you're working on now. Don't be stuck on an old energy and trying to work something that's clearly not working anymore. Now, what I really want to know is what the love and kindness cards here represent in your reading. I feel like you're feeling a lot of guilt with criminal here to run away from this. There's something about guilt, and there is the guidance of being kind to yourself and have a lot of self-love. Love yourself, choose yourself first, and start doing what's right for you. But let's see what your cards are showing. Yeah, the Devil card. The Ace of Wands. It's start anew. And the Five of Cups. This is self-love and self-kindness. It's talking about being very kind to yourself these days. Don't blame yourself. Don't say anything harsh to yourself, because you could be the only one imprisoning yourself from the things that you want. And do you see? So sorry. And do you see the lock here is opened? This person is not stuck, and that's the idea of the Devil card. And so the Devil card also has to do with limiting beliefs. And so don't let your ideas limit you. Be kind to yourself. It's okay if you've lost some things before, if it's okay if things have gone wrong. Be very gentle and kind to yourself. Don't limit yourself by yourself. The more you're loving and kind to yourself, saying things like, it's okay if this happened, let's start anew, let's see what we can do. Oh, it's okay if I couldn't do anything about it today. Let's think of ways in which I can deal with this better tomorrow, and so on. This shall give you power with the Ace of Wands. The dragon and the rabbit show that this will give you a fresh start to your power as well as your abundance. Now they're working together. It is how you vibrate, remember, that attracts everything to you. And that's why you want to move away from this toxic environment, and you want to instead start vibrating in the same frequency of your own dreams and accomplishments. And so now you're guided to speak to yourself kindly, to not limit yourself, and this way, with the Ace of Wands, you'll get creative, very creative, and you will get powerful. This power shall draw abundance towards you. Okay, let's continue with your life-changing advice. I'm sure we'll understand more as we pull out more cards. Last draw. What is your life-changing message that is meant to reach you? You've got the Hermit, the Judgment, discoveries. You've got the Five of Wands, right? Everything will be working together to make it work for you. The Tower card, to bring down that obstacle in your way. The Eight of Cups. And you've got the Wheel of Fortune. What a lovely card to end your reading. So, it's a wheel at the end of the day, which means that you can change your destiny. You've got the Helm. The Wheel of Fortune is about the wheels of fate turning to your favor. And there is something about you holding that wheel, that helm, and turning your own destiny. That's why it's life-changing advice. And it's about a fresh start, to walking away from that which was difficult and painful for you. Don't cry any longer. Walk out, move away. That energy will give you the power to bring down the old energy. And I say energy because it is all about the unseen in your reading. We'll be able to bring down that old energy that was standing in your way. So perhaps you feeling that whatever you've been working on is kind of lethargic. It's not moving. It's sticky. You put a lot of effort and it's just not moving. And you're like, why isn't it moving? It's time to take a steep turn to move in the right direction. And so if you should turn the wheels, you'll bring that energy down. Everything will align and work in your favor. And thus, you can see here with the Hermit and the Judgment card, you will be able to be enlightened with what to do. You will be able to see far ahead. All of the arms of the octopus, also you'll find that many things are working out for you in different directions, and you'll break out of this bubble that kept you in place for so long. You'll be able to move up ahead. With this bubble, if you're a writer, it's writer's block. You'll be able to break out of writer's block and you'll be able to move up. So whatever the situation is, it's like very fragile. You can break out of it if you decide to move away. You move away, all of that energy is out of your life. You change your fate the minute, the second you decide to walk out of the situation. Walk out of this habit, walk away from this person, not work with these toxic people anymore, or at least try to seek out other ways of finding a better deal or finding a better job, changing that which is not working. And I'm sure some of you are asking, what is that that's not working? Like, how can I leave what? Let's see, leave what? Thanks. Leave what exactly? 10 of Swords and the 4 of Swords. 10 of Swords is something that's very painful. The swords are the mind. So, if this is you yourself torturing yourself with inaction with the 4 of Swords, you know, you can see a bear here watching the ice. It reminds me of a screen. Maybe some of you are inactive. Maybe you watch your screen a lot and you're not working. In that case, take yourself out of it. But that's very specific. So if this is your mind hurting you, it's time to like calm it down and do the right thing for yourself. If these are people hurting you, then it's about time to walk away from these people. If you're working on something that's torturing you, it's not giving you results, and there's something better that you can start anew, then it's that. 10 of Swords is ending something super painful and finding much better ways of taking it easy on yourself and doing it. It's like ending something for sure. The cards keep talking about ending something toxic, ending something brutal, painful. Yeah. And taking it easy on yourself. Preserving your energy, preserving your health, especially mental health. And that's through showing kindness and love towards yourself. And taking that leap of faith, which will take you up high. Yeah, I guess I just should trust the cards because they keep repeating themselves in the energy of your reading. Start working anew and you shall be very fortunate. Okay, in that case, I will try very quickly to get very good guidance for you. How can you start anew? What are you exactly guided to do in your new start? 9 of Wands. Do you see how this is like this merman is lighting one, each one, taking one and lighting it, one at a time. It looks to me like, you know, the 9 of Wands is perseverance. So it's standing strong, persevering, doing one thing at a time, one thing at a time. And although it's burning, you're still guided to do one thing after the other, to take yourself out of this phase into the new start. So it's like, yeah, dividing that task of starting anew, one task at a time. Lovers, this is self-love for sure. You're guided to speak to yourself kindly and encourage yourself because you will be the one to take yourself out of it and make these achievements. And so you should really be proud of yourself. You're going to make a great story, a great accomplishment with what you're going to be starting. You've got the 2 of Wands. Seeing, allowing yourself to see potential in something new, like opening up your heart and deciding to see beyond what you were doing in the horizon. What could I do? Like sometimes we're so stuck in our lives, we don't allow ourselves to see a fresh start. Like if this is a job, can I apply somewhere else? If this is a project with a toxic team, can I seek other projects? What can I do? Is the question of what can I do to get a better chance, to get a better opportunity, to start anew? Just give yourself the permission to think ahead. And finally, actually, I see 3 cards together. 10 of Wands, Page of Cups, and Ace of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. So, this is saying that it might be heavy in a time where you're tired, obviously. You might feel like you're carrying a lot, but it's really like a threshold. You carry yourself out and you will start fresh with the Page of Cups, and you will start enjoying great wealth and enjoying what you're doing. So imagine there's only a couple of steps left as you're carrying your grocery bags, and you're like, if I stop now, I'll have to like place all of these bags in my hands again, and I will be too hurt to take them to the house. So it's kind of like, let's just count 10 steps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, you get the idea. Until 1, and you've done it. And so this is saying that you will be able to move out of this current phase into a new one very quickly, relatively quickly. And it just will take a time of persevering, carrying a little bit of a heavy load as you remove the old and start dealing with the new. But you will love what you will get, and you will love the wealth that's coming with it. This new one is lucrative. New habit, new project, new book, new environment, you name it. This one is very lucrative. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see as your life-changing advice. Right now, you're guided towards a fresh start. The reading detailed how, why, and the spiritual aspect of it all. I truly wish you the best of luck in this next phase of your life. May you always be successful and accomplished. This was your reading, my dear pile number 2. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at a life-changing message that is meant to reach you right now. These are the decks that I'll be using. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, I always list them down in the description box for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Bloodstone. Some of you have picked this pile through the Hermit card. And of course, if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, oh wow, thanks. The signs for this pile are Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Taurus. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Follow your intuition. And if after the reading you felt called to watching the pile with your sign, you can always do that. Okay, so let's place your tarot deck to the side and let's infuse it with today's energy. What is your life-changing message that's meant to reach you right now? Obviously, our first cards have revealed themselves already. You've got the horse with calm. And you've got a moth amongst all the butterflies with individuality. You've got lesson from the past, right? And you've got the spark, okay? You've got start new life. There's something about starting anew in today's reading. Each pile in their own way. Like pile number 2, they had a card from another deck. I think it was this one named Fresh Start. I don't remember the exact card in pile number 1, but there's something today in the weather astrologically about a new start for everyone. Perhaps due to the coming new eclipse, moon eclipse that's happening. I think it's on the 17th, if you're watching this now, the 17th of September. In any case, it says start new life. And the keywords here are witness protection program, new identity, therapy, divorce, depression, big plan, optimism, new job. So all these are keywords to start new life. Let's see what your new life is going to be like as we explore your cards. And you've got reflection. Does look like a microphone, doesn't it? Okay. It's perhaps something to do with throat chakra. We'll find out in a moment. Okay, let's explore your cards. I kind of feel these are our cards. Let's see what we have. So, my dear pile number 3, you've got the 4 of Swords, the 9 of Wands, the 7 of Cups, the 3 of Cups, you've got the 2 of Wands. There's something about seeing beyond something now, looking at the bigger picture. Let's see. The Fool card, okay. And I think we can fit one more card to get like a perspective on the Fool card itself. You've got the 6 of Wands, beautiful. Okay. So what are we seeing as your life-changing method? There's something about slowing down, for sure. Not sure why, but you've got something about slowing down. There's something about you trying to save something in your life. And I feel like saying you're trying to save something that feels catastrophic. And while it may seem crazy as you're like trying to save something from going extinct, like you're trying to save something in your life from being taken from you, or you're afraid, you're like, see the 9 of Wands, you're fighting something, you're trying to fight something. Yeah, you're afraid of losing something, and you feel like you have no choice but to stand there and try to protect it, because you can see that something important is going to be taken from you. I don't want to say weird, but I have advice that might feel to you like completely counterproductive to that urgent situation that I'm seeing in your reading. There is urgency, and there's something you're trying to save and protect. But I'm seeing that your life-changing advice at the moment is to do something that may not feel intuitive, and that is to actually be calm and rest. And the first thing that you're going to think, what? Oh no, I'm definitely not following this advice because I need to guard this. I need to protect this. There is something about making a different choice with the 7 of Cups. One that might seem like it's unreasonable. That's the 7 of Cups. Might seem very unreasonable. But it is also one that allows you to connect to magic. I'm just going to follow my intuition and letting you see what I'm seeing. Your life-changing message is, if you take it calmly, if you take it easy, and you're not running after it, or if you're not so protective of it, if you take it a bit easy, you will instantly see something unique about the situation that you're in, that you will otherwise not be able to see, that can change everything, the course of everything you're trying to protect and work towards and achieve and save. that will not be seen because there's busyness here. Unless you actually pause and calm your mind, most importantly, that's when you will see the uniqueness about your specific situation. That's the only way you're going to be seeing what's unique here. Because once you see it, you'll be able to start doing things completely different in your life. You'll be making different choices that will take you very far. You will celebrate keeping that which you were very afraid of losing. But the only difference is that you will save it without that roughness, without you having to put that type of power, because you've been running for so long, obviously with the horse. It's time for you to take that rest. And sometimes when we're so tired, we miss details like that. We don't have the mental capacity to look around and get brilliant ideas and see things differently. And that's why you won't be able to see it unless you rest. You're really being, can you imagine your life-changing advice here is that if you rest, you'll be able to change your whole life, because you will be able to see the unique thing about your situation. And you will be able to celebrate a new life, an ideal life. And you'll be able to achieve things that were only a few days ago imaginary, like things you would only sigh about. You will be able to see the full picture if you give yourself that break, and you'll be able to start anew. Where did we see start new life? This time, you're starting anew in a successful way. Being able to smell the roses, stop and smell the roses, which is something very significant in today's reading. You'll be able to reach new horizons. You'll be able to be excited about your new journey. And you will create the type of success that you are looking for. Also, you will create recognition. So many are going to recognize, so many are going to recognize the great efforts that you're going to be putting in. So you'll be able to make it. Yes, you'll be able to get there. Imagine, through resting and not through working. And it doesn't mean you're not going to work. It just means that you're going to find that unique thing that will be able to reflect back what you want without the initial effort that you thought you needed to do. So let's explore more about this reading so that it guides you to how to do that, and give us more information about what you're hearing here. So let's get clearer information here. You've got the Empress card. With the Empress being pregnant, of course, I feel like you're on the brink of this new beginning. You've got the Six of Cups, which is growth, something growing, okay? You've got the Hanged Man, and you've got the Ten of Cups. You hold that potential at the moment. You can even see here, you're stuck, but you also have the solution. You see, you won't be able to find or see that solution unless you pause. The Hanged Man is a pause, unless you pause. and it's really going to allow you to grow in the right way and will allow you to achieve much bigger things and you'll feel much happier than you already are through this new process that you will only find if you pause. So is this guiding you to take a vacation? Is this guiding you to rest? Is this guiding you to put the work aside? What is this guide? Like, what is rest for pile number 3, please? Wow, the sun, healing. 9 of Cups, yeah. This is actually guiding you to kind of take a break. It's guiding you to have fun, to enjoy your life a little bit, to do things you love. Yeah. It's like you need a break. You need a break. You need to take it easy. You need to connect with others. You need to have fun as much as you can. Yeah. This is definitely talking about a break. So how can you take a break? The Devil card. I feel like it's not easy because you're tempted by money, maybe a manager that is keeping you stuck, right? Or something. And the 6 of Pentacles. Generosity. And the 9 of Swords. So we're asking, how can you do that? And the 8 of Pentacles. How can you do that? There's something about you feel like you're stuck, but you're not really stuck, because that's the energy of the Devil card. And it is done through balance with the 6 of Pentacles. There is a balanced way in which you can take that break. Because I feel like you're crying as you get up from bed. You are tired. And so your cards are saying you can definitely, with the 8 of Pentacles, work something out as a trade-off with the 6 of Pentacles. Like, I need these days off. I'll do this, but I need these days off. So there's a trade-off that can happen to give you a needed break. And that needed break is going to be life-changing for you, my dear pile number 3, because it will allow you to reflect. It will allow you to find many ideas and many ways in which you can take yourself out of this situation. You know, for some of you, I paused because I was thinking, for some of you, this could be saving for maybe 6 months to do your own thing. Like, I just got a hit of that. Maybe that will resonate with some of you. But in any case, this is about pausing, because when you do, you will find your uniqueness, a unique solution to free you forever from that which you are so tied to. And it will give you more happiness than you can imagine. So yeah, this is definitely talking about having a break and enjoying your time to the fullest. Okay, let's continue to explore your reading. All right. Nine of Pentacles. You know when they say money don't grow on trees? Perhaps some of you will have, I'm so sorry, will have wealth easily. Nine of Pentacles. Right, you've got the Knight of Swords, as well as the Temperance card. This is like finding your balance right there with the Temperance card. Absolutely finding your balance and feeling happy and balanced, which is the most important thing. Your guides want you, where your guides want to take you. It's funny. I feel like for some of you, with the blue of the throat chakra as well as this mic, maybe it's a crazy idea, but maybe somebody's guided to start a podcast, maybe, or something creative, like put your voice out there, creativity and your voice. Specific detail, but I'm seeing it, that's why I'm mentioning it. But in any case, with the Knight of Swords, you can see here that your guides are saying you're going to be moving upwards and the sky's the limit. Nothing can stop you. You're going to be very fulfilled. You're going to have great material wealth, and you're going to be balanced in life. You're going to have a good life-work balance. Your health is going to be good. You're really going to be in a much better place. And imagine all of this great life is in your hands at the moment. It needs that rest for you to see that new opportunity, for that new start. And just like the doorbell, you will have many opportunities, abundance of opportunities come into your life as you take yourself out of this stuck situation. So let's get now more guidance on how to do that, and perhaps, if we're lucky, ways in which you can see your unique situation. At least, something you can hold and think, a direction or something, as much as we can. So first of all, how can you do that, and what is that spark, or what is that direction, please? So you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, you've got the Ace of Wands. It seems like you're a very creative person, and you must realize that, and you must use that to your favor. You've got the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Swords, the Hierophant, as well as the Page of Swords. So, as you know, we're asking, what can you do, and what's the idea? For some of you, it's something spiritual with the Hierophant, or teaching. Some of you could be teaching something, or giving classes. Yeah, something spiritual, classes, teaching, guidance, guiding others, like showing them your experience in that direction. And it's also a very creative way of doing it. I feel like with the different options in the Wheel of Fortune, that you're fortunate in the fact that you've got many skills and many resources that you can use for your own good. And if you think creatively about it during that time off, you'll find many ideas in how to apply what you want to do and move in that direction. As for right now, which is our second question, it seems like you are carrying a heavy load and every step is hard. Remember when I told you this looks counterproductive, but it is the solution. Just moving on like that is not going to do much. And realize you're not stuck. The Eight of Swords is being stuck in the mind and not stuck in reality. Only through rest and tranquility will you learn and almost with the Hierophant download. You'll be able to download these ideas. You'll be able to be inspired, get the spark on how to move forward where the sky is your limit. And so you can take that break, or you're not stuck in your life like that. This is going to be life-changing for you, because you will change everything about your world. And you're going to be very fortunate in this new direction. So yeah, just talks about what can you do. It's not going to give you the exact thing that you're going to download in the right time when you do need a break, obviously, but it wants to let you know that you've got so many resources, you've got so many skills, and you'll be able to imagine them in your mind and put a brilliant idea together that you can follow. It will be the beginning of that creation, and that idea is going to grow, and it's going to free you from that situation that you are in now. The whole key is about the calm that allows you to see the unique situation, giving you a fresh new start. You will be free, and you will be powerful, and you will reach great balance and happiness in life. You will really celebrate this next step, because one day it looked like something that you can only imagine, and then a few days later, a few months later, you are actually in that reality that you will really love. It's going to take time to grow, but you're going to be very happy with it. This is the exact guidance that I see that you're meant to hear today, that is meant to reach you today regarding your situation in life, and that is going to be life-changing for you. This was your reading, my dear pile number 3. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. I truly hope you ponder the advice given to you in this reading. Maybe there's something for you to think about. You know, give yourself that time and you really see many things changing in your life. This was your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.